Hey, it's your girl TT from the D. It is day 23 of the 30-day marriage challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe we are only 7 days away. Oh, excuse me. Boy, for completing this 30-day marriage challenge. Can you believe that? I am super excited, yet it's always bittersweet once you get through the hump of it all when you're on this type of assignment. Today's topic, we're going to talk about lacking the initiative. Do you take the initiative? Do you lack in that area? I'm going to give you 6 ways to change or to assist you to change. Because one of the most common complaints, especially from us fellas, from the women, is that our husbands don't take enough initiative in the relationship or in the marriage. Now, I can't say that about mine because my husband does take the initiative and I'm grateful. But in conversations I've had with, friends and just with general people in relationships and marriages, that seems to be like our gripe. We like to surprise and take the initiative and plan, but we also like to be surprised and have things planned out for us. It can leave us feeling frustrated and burdened if we're always the one that feel like we're doing all the work, doing all the planning, doing all the organization, all the organizing, creating all the structure. It can be stressful, right? You being present, not present, it can cause a very thin line between a husband and wife, spouses, and over time it breaks down communication. Excuse me, tired this morning, sorry. But it breaks down their communication, or it can. And so, we tend to see the initiative patterns and things of that nature, if that makes sense. So, my question is, do you lack the initiative? Do you lack taking that? And I didn't say, fellas, do you lack? Ladies, this is a two-way street question. So this can be applied towards men or women. It doesn't even matter. Because I think we all can relate or understand, if nothing else. So here are 6 topics, or I shouldn't say topics, 6 ways to help you pick up the pace. 1, start by listening and taking the words from your spouse more seriously. Okay? See, you could be telling your spouse something, and it could be an issue for you, but you have to be tuned in. You got to be present. And your spouse, if they feel like you're talking at them and not to them, that could cause a problems, right? It's like you fall on deaf ears. So practice, listening and being present a little bit more if you find yourself lacking in that area. Number 2, consider the ways from which you fail to take the initiative. What could alternative behaviors look like? Think about what you would like to do differently, what you could have done differently. If you were in her shoes, if you were in his shoes. And I know those are some pretty different size shoes to fill, but we sometimes have to take ourselves out of our own bodies and have an out-of-body experience and try to empathize and sympathize with our spouses, right? And consider how we could have done something differently. Number 3, think about the areas where you can take more initiative in your relationship. That could be romantically, domestically. Domestically, that means fellas, because ladies, I don't think we got a problem with it. Helping out with the cleaning, the cooking, taking care of the kids, hobbies, planning nights out, date night, game night, double dating, triple dating, whatever that look like, right? Spontaneousness is great, but taking an initiative to plan that stuff is even better. Vacations, right? Why do we always have to do the planning for that? We put a little bit more into it, and then sometimes y'all complain about what we planned, and it's like, well, y'all don't see you planning. And then it can go any direction from there. So just kind of tap in. And if you're not a good planner, just sit down with your spouse the next time they're planning something out and say, you know what, I like to sit with you and just see how you actually put this together. And I would like to kind of try to put, something together, give you a break. Your spouse will be grateful and appreciate that, I'm sure. And number 4, admit to yourself what prevents you from taking the initiative. Could it be depression? Could it be selfishness? Could it be laziness? Could it be you're not interested? Could it be like, oh my God, you already said, oh, that's boring, I don't want to do that? Or could you have some sense of resentment? Those are rhetorical, but think about those. Number 5, approach a relationship with a different, how can I help you attitude. Now, it might change your perspective and change the way you approach things. But if you want to take your marriage more serious and you want your spouse to take you more serious in your marriage, start thinking about how you could do some things, and let's start thinking about how you can not do some things that affect your partner in a negative way or a positive way. Find that place of empathy for your spouse and see what that looks like from their perspective. And number 6, find out what motivates you to change your initiative. You may be a planner, maybe not. You could be a nurturer, maybe not. Whatever it is that motivates you, maybe you need to incorporate that same mechanism into your marriage and see what it could do for you, how it could change for you. Because it's all about growth, isn't it? Well, that's all I have for you this morning. I hope that you'll tune in for day 24. And I know it'll be difficult perhaps because it is Thanksgiving tomorrow. But I hope that you'll tap in and check us out and see what we're kicking it about. You have a great night, a great day, and a wonderful holiday if you don't tap in tomorrow. And I'll see you on the other side.